How you doing, Sandesh here? And yeah, if you're a MAGA supporter, or if you're a fan of Trump in general, or if you follow what's going on, excuse me about that, if you follow what's going on with the Israel Hamas situation, and then you know about the good news. Okay, so Trump, he's done it, and he ran on this. So in his campaign, he said he's gonna call for a cease. He's gonna work on a ceasefire, and he's gonna get it done in Israel. A ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. So Trump's done it, and there was a hostage deal as well. I'm gonna get into it in a minute, but but creepy Joe Biden trying to take credit for Trump's work. Anyway, I'm reading from Infowars, so here we go. President-elect Donald Trump on Wednesday celebrated the epic ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas as a victory that only happened because of his historic election victory this past November. This epic ceasefire agreement could have only happened as a result of our historic victory in November, as it signaled to the entire world that my administration would seek peace and negotiate deals to ensure the safety of all Americans and our allies. I am thrilled. I am a thrill. I am. I think that should say I'm a thrilled American. It should say. Oh, no, excuse me, sorry. I am thrilled American and Israeli hostages will be returning home. That was my fault, sorry. To be reunited with their families and loved ones, he wrote in a Truth Social post. Trump added, "We have achieved so much without even being in the White House. Just imagine all the wonderful things that will happen when I return to the White House and my administration is fully confirmed, so they can secure more victories for the United States." Yeah, look at that. He got that done, and he hasn't even been sworn in yet. His inauguration hasn't even happened yet, and he's already done this. Glenn Greenwald had a tweet, as you can see here, and it says here, and he tweeted, Trump celebrates what he called the epic ceasefire agreement, saying it only happened because he won and Biden and Harris lost in November, which is obviously true, and no doubt about it. Because if the Democrats won, you know that it was going to be business as usual as far as the what was going on in between Israel and Hamas. But the thing is, Trump ran on the fact that this is going to end because no one wants this war to happen, and we have to pay the price as far as like um rising costs and stuff like that. Because I noticed that when this sort of crap happens, and then costs go up, if you noticed. Anyway, okay, he was, and Trump said, I think he attached Trump's tweet was attached to Glenn Greenwald's, and it says here, this epic ceasefire agreement could have only happened as a result of our historic victory in November. And he says, with this deal in place, my national security team, through the efforts of Special Envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, will continue to work closely with Israel and our allies to make sure Gaza never again becomes a terrorist haven. We will continue promoting peace through strength throughout the region. Well, the thing is, I mean, the one thing I'm going to say about this, and you could disagree with me, yeah, I'm going to say Gaza became the way it is because when you look at what was happening in Gaza, that's been happening for 70 plus years. And the way I see it, obviously, if you know about what's going on, Benjamin Netanyahu was giving suitcases of money to Hamas, and this was before October the 7th. And so I wouldn't class Hamas as terrorists. This is just me saying this, so you can disagree as much as you want. It's up to you. But that's just my opinion. We will continue promoting peace through strength throughout the region. As we build upon the momentum of this ceasefire to further expand the historic Abraham Accords, this is only the beginning of great things to come for America and indeed the world. We have achieved so much without even being in the White House. Yeah, I said that, and he says, "When I return to White House and my um, administration is fully confirmed, so they can secure more victories for the United States." In a statement posted to X, Creepy Joe Biden, I swear to fucking God, took credit for the ceasefire agreement, writing, "Today, after many months of intensive diplomacy by the United States, along with Egypt and Qatar, Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire and hostage deal. My diplomacy never ceased in their efforts to get this done. I will speak more about this soon." Okay, today, after many months of intense, yeah, he tweeted this out, so, yeah, so I'm gonna read his statement. This is gonna be such a laugh. Okay, so today after many months of intensive diplomacy to the United States along with Egypt and Qatar, Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire and hostage deal. This deal will halt the fighting in Gaza, surge much needed humanitarian assistance to Palestinian civilians, and reunite the hostages with their families after more than 15 months in captivity. I laid out the precise contours of this plan on May 31st, 2024. Bullshit. I don't fucking believe that for a second. If you were so serious about a peace agreement, he wouldn't carry on giving them money and weapons and ammunition to carry this on. And it's the same thing with Ukraine, so he's full of shit. After which it was endorsed unanimously by the UN Security Council. It is a result not only of the extreme pressure that Hamas has been under and the changed regime equation after a ceasefire in Lebanon and weakening of Iran, but also of dogged and painstaking American diplomacy. My diplomacy never ceased in their efforts to get this done. Fucking asshole. Even as we welcome this news, we remember all the families whose loved ones were killed in Hamas's October 7th attack, and the many innocent people killed in the war that followed. You know what? I'm not going to read anymore. He's a fucking piece of shit anyway. Um, the puppet president also appeared for a press conference announcing the ceasefire was reached. I like that. I like that quote, puppet president, because that's all he is. Okay, from Nick Sauter, he tweeted, "Justin, Joe Biden has taken credit for President Trump's ceasefire deal. Joe Biden has spent 15 months trying to get a ceasefire deal and failed. If failed because he deliberately wanted it to fail. Because the thing is, the Democrats wanted to win so much. If they won, like I said, this would have carried on. President Trump sent an envoy of his own to negotiate the deal, and due to his strength and leadership, he got that done. So exactly, Trump was the one that got it done. Biden didn't do shit. And when he was asked who deserves credit for the deal between himself and Trump, Biden asked a reporter, "Is that a joke?" See, this is what I'm fucking talking about, a fucking asshole. And Biden who failed to reach a Gunther Eagleman tweeted out, uh, Biden who failed to reach a ceasefire agreement for over a year says it's a joke to think Trump had any influence over the outcome. Now this part I did not know about. The Arab officials claimed that one meeting with Trump got more done than Biden ever did. One fucking meeting Trump had and he was able to get this done. And by the way, like I said earlier, he has not been sworn in, and his inauguration hasn't even happened. He's not in the White House again yet, and he got this done, and he also kept his word. I'm gonna get a ceasefire done, and he did. So you can hate Trump all you want, but the thing is, yeah, you can't deny the fact that he got this done. And yeah, Biden had all this time, but he didn't give a shit because he's just a puppet president and just in the and just in the war machine's pocket. Meanwhile, Biden's State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said the ceasefire was conceived of conceived of by this Biden administration, while also acknowledging the incoming Donald Trump administration was absolutely critical in getting this deal over the line. Bullshit. Um, um, yeah, Biden's own State Department gives credit to Trump for the Israel Hamas ceasefire deal an hour after Joe Biden gave the credit to himself. Fucking assholes, I swear to God. Trump last month warned there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East if a ceasefire and hostage release wasn't negotiated by the time he took office. He wrote on Truth Social, everybody is talking about the hostages who are being held so violently, inhumanely, and against the will of the entire world in the Middle East. But it's all talk and no action. Please let this be. Please let this truth serve to represent that if the hostages are not released prior to January 20th of this year, the date that I proudly assume office as President of the United States, well, I'll say January 20th, 2025, okay, there will there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East, and for those in charge who perpetrated these atrocities against humanity, those responsible will be hit harder than anybody has been hit in the long and storied history of the United States of America. Release the hostages now. The president-elect echoed that statement during a press conference at Mar-a-Lago last week. I'm probably pronouncing that part. Sorry about that. And now the deal has officially been made. So yeah, like I said, well fucking done to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, Donald Trump done something extremely substantial. Now Biden's trying to take credit for it, and he's just a fucking joke. That's all he is. Look at the people who he's pardoned. He pardoned his son, even though his son was guilty, and he said repeatedly that he's not gonna interfere with the court's decision. And he's also pardoned a bunch of a bunch of other criminals, just like Liz Cheney, I think it was. I think she was one of them as well. This guy is just so full of fucking shit. Joe Biden is, and he's trying to take credit, which Arab officials said Trump got more done in one meeting than Biden ever did, because Biden didn't want a peace agreement to happen. He didn't want a ceasefire to happen whatsoever, because obviously the war machine wanted it to carry on. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.